Take 137. And action. Hi everyone, and thanks for taking the time to watch last month's update. I know it was a long one, so I appreciate it. First of all, a huge thank you to all the frontline workers who continue to put their and their families' lives at risk every day. We appreciate you. Secondly, before I forget, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially Susan, my wife, and the mother of my kids, who's an absolutely amazing mom. And I'm not just saying that because I know she will watch this video. I'm happy to be out of the tiny little Zoom box for this video. For those using Zoom all the time, you can appreciate full screen. Someone, I won't mention who, okay, it was my son, said I sounded too depressed last video, so I will try to be a bit more peppy this time. Hope it's good enough for you, Jacob. There's certainly enough depressing stuff online already, so I will try not to add to it. The reality is these are some extremely tough times for a lot of people, so I just can't ignore that fact. By the same token, every day we're seeing amazing acts of kindness going on, and this combined with getting closer to some nice weather and hopefully some more positive news on the COVID front will help lift our spirits a bit. So what have I been up to? Thanks for asking. I've been very busy walking my dogs a lot, and I do mean a lot. I'm surprised they're not barking right now, actually, to go for a walk. You would think they would get tired of it, but they don't seem to, at least as yet. I've also been busy as both Royal LePage and KW Real Estate Board are launching new technology soon, so I've been getting up to speed on those. Always a lot of fun with new technology. I'd love to be out helping people buy and sell real estate, obviously, but it has been fairly quiet on that front, which is understandable. I'm starting to see more listings and more sales coming in last week and this week, and given the anticipated loosening of restrictions, perhaps that will change soon. The KW Real Estate Board released its stats for April, and of course, overall sales are down significantly as expected with the COVID restrictions that have been in place. The board stats will tell you that prices have risen 7%. However, if you look closer, that stat is year over year, so relative to last April, all of that growth happened pre-COVID. A more relevant comparison tells us April average sale prices were down around 2.5% in comparison to March. This makes sense based on what I've been seeing at least. I've been tracking the pending sales separately since late March, so I could try to make sense of what's exactly happening in the market. If you've been following closely previously, you would know we had an extreme seller's market for the last number of years. Heading into March, during that time, sellers would routinely price their home under market value and then sell typically within a week for considerably over that market value. We would see this every day, almost all the time, in varying degrees. After a week or two of the restrictions, we started seeing significantly fewer sales, and the sales that were coming through were for the most part sold at asking price or lower, with some exceptions of multiple offers and sellers getting over asking. Clearly the strategy of underpricing in order to get multiple offers is still at play. From what I am seeing though, even the ones getting over asking are still getting lower than what they would have previously, which falls in line with the average sale price decrease from March to April. So no one knows how the market is going to play out for sure. Yesterday even, Canada Mortgage and Housing, they said we won't get back to pre-pandemic price levels till late 2022, but even they acknowledge they don't really know for sure. The majority of the experts out there are not painting a very good picture for real estate for a number of reasons, which makes sense. I almost think there will be a different market for each phase of loosening of the restrictions. People will make decisions based on their own personal situation, and the market will adjust accordingly at that time, as it always does. As I've said before, employment is a huge factor in people buying homes. There's no question employment is going to take a large hit, not to mention the other variables at play. However, Waterloo Region is better insulated than most areas when it comes to employment. So I wouldn't think the drop will be as significant as in other regions. Hopefully this update has answered some of your questions, and I hope that if you have any other questions, I'd be glad to try and answer them. And if you know of anyone who is looking to buy or sell in the coming months, please have them reach out, and we can try and put a strategy together to work through this. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you again in June. Stay safe.